Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Permiano.
And I'm Dan DeBriel, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
And go.
Hey!
Oh, boy.
We are here.
That's true. That is where we are.
We are here. We're delayed today. We wanted to get late
Oh, I thought
start.
you were about to say we're something else after we're here.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, maybe.
Get used to it, people.
Gets used to it because
Oh, shit.
hey,
All right,
someone
see you
who's
guys later. No.
someone who's never heard that pun before. Our special guest star today, Meg Goetz. Hi, Meg.
Yeah, from the
Special
Real Chills
guests.
pod. See, you almost let me mention your podcast. And then you
Go
had-
for it. You're
yeah,
crushing
yeah,
it.
the Real Chills podcast.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And you run a bunch of shows. You like inventive shows too, not just
Oh,
straight
thanks,
up.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She finds unique ways to give comics homework assignments for.
I do, and they don't like it
com-
sometimes. I'm like, if you just stick with it, you're gonna love the show.
Yeah, let's see.
Just like school.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Just the shows I specifically have done. You've done time travel shows where
Oh,
you do
yeah.
you do comedy from a different era.
Oh,
I
that's
need
cool.
to stop booking you. So like you're like a character, but you're a stand-up in that time period.
Oh, wow.
Who are
Hey,
you again,
I was
Dave?
the '90s.
the '90s.
Oh,
wow.
You crushed that set. You're good at my homework assignment.
Well, Dave has
I
actually
mean,
never
I
left the 90s.
I don't know if
so...
you've noticed. I've never actually left the
That's
'90s.
gotta be what. So I gave you a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a Halloween
That
themed
was a
show.
New Year's show because it's fun doing throughout the year.
Oh, like saying goodbye to the year by doing like a historical.
It's all like different. It's really fun.
That's
yeah.
cool.
You had a show I was on recently. It used to be a Halloween show, but you've made it year round because you want Halloween to be year round.
I do. I'm that person. Ew.
Yeah, the Ghosted show where
Yes.
we do our own stuff and then we do a set blindly that someone wrote for us. I drew my other podcast host, my other Dan, your
Yes.
Dan.
My Dan as well.
Yes.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of Dans. Yeah. Yeah. Your sets were really, really fun. I felt like what Dan wrote for you was so perfect.
I didn't realize he was so fucking illiterate. I was gonna, I was just gonna.
Aw.
My plan was to just put as many confusing words in as possible, like words that trip me up every. But I was like, no, Dan's too like my first verse had like joie de vivre in it, and words like paradigm, which like I know the word, but when I read it, I'm a paradigm. But like,
Damn,
So
that's
he
so
knew
funny.
he used his knowledge of you to trip you up. He knew exactly.
no,
how
no, no,
you
I
were-
was gonna do that to him.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, nah, Dan's too smart for that. But he fucking reads like an idiot. Like, he fucked
Damn,
up
his
every
one
like,
weakness.
yeah, he
Calling
he
him
didn't
out.
know when it would like his inflection like was just at the wrong part in
yeah.
in a
That's
sentence.
the other thing I like to make the joke sometimes if people really botch reading is like next time I need to book a comic that can read because you don't realize like sometimes comics cannot read out loud. Good
Right.
for them.
You would
but-
think, given that how much writing goes into this, that you would also be like a highly literate person, at least as far as being able to look at text
Somewhat.
and be like, bang.
But sometimes it's really funny
Yes.
when they're struggling.
I'd like that. I'd like you to arrange one show where nobody can read. And
Zero
so
comics are good at reading.
everyone's like, Dave is, or whatever, however the,
What is he?
what is it? Yeah.
It's so impressive though when someone can really read it. Like we just did it in Baltimore. It crushed. It was so much fun in Baltimore. And Daryl
Nice.
Charles was reading and he had like act outs written for him and he like got into character in a way where I was like, damn, this rocks.
That's
Like,
awesome. See,
yeah.
now being able to make another comic do any
Oh.
act out of your choice,
Dan
that's
made-
power
I had to
want.
I had to do 10 jumping jacks.
Damn it.
Really?
Well, I
Oh, wow.
I met
thought
him in the middle.
everything about your set was so funny.
I
that
met
he
him in the
wrote for
middle
you.
and did 5. I would have not. I would have
I
been
bet your
sucking
form-
wind. I would have.
Yeah.
My form was perfect.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah?
you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We have the tape. I could give you guys the tape of it. If you want.
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's for the Patreon.
Yes, yeah. You
We
can
don't
send
have
that
a-
to my
Okay.
private
Yeah.
email,
Okay,
though, after
fair,
the show. I
fair.
would like to see that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Real Chills, that's still going on,
Yeah,
right?
of
You
course,
said
yeah.
you're solo now, though, right?
Yeah, but Alyssa still drops by. Like we didn't like get into a fight or something and break up.
Okay,
She was just
that's
like,
good.
she had a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Dan,
But
you-
anytime she wants.
You've seemed like someone that's seen a werewolf in person. Right? Have you?
Well, I've been on the
Yeah,
Real Chills
Dan has been
podcast. I
on.
was on early in the.
And I listened.
Yeah, of course.
Did you listen to it?
That's crazy because I was on like years before we met.
Yeah, okay,
So,
yeah.
Meg and I've known Meg is you're one of the comics that I've known the longest in Philly.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. And it was so cool because I did a show when I was visiting from LA and Meg, it was like Meg, Buddy Harris. There was somebody else who's like a great comedian in the scene. And it was like, you could have been at like 6:00 p.m. at some dive bar in Phoenixville like 6 or 7 years ago and seen like 3 or 4 headliners on the same show.
Oh, yeah.
All the people that are now at dive bars in Philly.
Exactly,
right?
yeah, but we're
moving up
headlining
the
those
world,
dive
baby.
bars.
Headlining.
But yeah, so Meg,
Going last.
yeah, so I was on Real Chills somewhat early after I moved back into the area.
Your story is really
so-
fun.
Yes, thank you. I had so much fun telling it, and I actually can say yours is one of the few comic podcasts I've listened to
Oh, that
more
rocks.
than enough to like talk to the comic about it. I'd be like, oh, that's really cool the way you do this, and then I never listen again. Now I
Yeah,
won't say I'm religious because I'm
understand.
awful at listening to podcasts.
No
but
worries.
I was gonna say you're probably top 5 podcasts for me.
Whoa, that's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Think about how many podcasts. We're like 6.
You're not
Yeah,
even- you
I've
don't
listened to
count.
your podcast more than I've listened to my own.
I play back the jokes.
Oh yeah, if we don't count me watching myself, in a narcissistic sort of like.
I see Dan, Skip. All right, here's me again. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll see a clip, a great clip that you've done of like your joke, and I'm like, should I share it? No, because
Yeah.
it's not me. Dave
If
can
it's not
share
your
his own.
face, yeah.
Exactly.
I even crop your finger out if it's like.
You can't crop this obnoxious ass laugh out though. I'll tag every single one of your jokes with it.
Wait, what was your sighting?
I've had a number of ghost experiences. Actually, I've had more since
Have
we
you?
have.
You have
oh,
to come
yeah.
back.
I will. I would love to.
Cool.
I was talking a lot about how my mom has founded 3 ghost hunting societies. I've got a joke about that. You might be
I've
familiar.
heard, yeah.
And so I was talking about that and like all of the craziness of like the things that didn't make the stage joke. Like my mom's best friend Cookie, she is like an outsider in their ghost group because she's devoutly Catholic, and so they go to these like these haunted houses and things, and she tries to send the ghosts to the other side,
Nice.
which is like exactly the opposite
You're
of what
not really
ghost hunting
supposed to do
people.
that,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, why is it hunting if you're not fucking getting rid
It
of them?
shouldn't be ghost
Yeah.
hunting. We talk about that on the podcast. It's
Really?
Yeah, it's like more investigating or
That's
researching.
true. Like hunting implies a very like adversarial relationship with the
Yeah,
ghosts.
it's a weird vibe to set of like.
I think
we're
Cookie
hunting on.
fucking killed someone.
yeah,
I mean, Cookie don't want that ghost dropping no incrimination.
Cookie is the sweetest old lady I've ever met, so I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe that
that's-
she's like a black widow or
They're
something
always
in his
the
murder.
one.
I don't trust the nice old ladies. It's the fucking.
Yeah, she's like the kind of woman she like takes squirrels in and nurses them back to health and stuff,
Oh
and
my
like possums
God.
and shit. So there's
She has a lot of
100%.
time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's
human
definitely
bones.
more squirrels going in than coming out.
Yeah.
She's got a fucking.
Oh,
She's got a nice coat or taxidermy. Thing. Yeah, some recreation.
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. So we talked a lot about that on the Real Chills, and then we talked about. I had a ex-girlfriend who went with my mom and her ghost group to some haunted house. It was like a woman's trip, and I couldn't go. And the last minute, I realized that I had to drop out. And this ghost had
Because
written.
of the girlfriend?
Well, no, we were all supposed to go together, and then
Was
I
she
didn't.
an ex-girlfriend at the time?
No. She was a current girlfriend at the time. She was like a super ex. I thought I was going to marry. This was in college, and so she was like, it was that kind of thing where she was close to my family, and it wasn't that weird for her to go by herself with just my mom. So they went, and when they went, she had tried to take a shower. Her name was Lisa. She had tried to take a shower, and in the mirror, written in like fingertips, was Lisa written on the thing, and her name wasn't on the room registry. My mom didn't do it. Even after Lisa broke up with me, it was a very contentious breakup.
What say you, Dave?
Yeah.
What about Ghost or
About my
are you
ex,
thinking
yeah.
Dan was trying to set a Home Alone elaborate?
Oh, did you do it?
No.
To
You
kill-
I
snuck
wasn't
in?
anywhere near the.
You hid in a suitcase?
Yeah.
right.
You bring someone to enough haunted houses, something's gonna kill them. I thought you were gonna say she was showering, and then there was like a little Asian hand in her
I
hair.
hate that scene. That
Yeah.
scene haunted
That shit
me.
doesn't
yeah.
actually happen. There's no Asian hands popping out at people.
No, unfortunately.
Dave, I
Was
see
it-
your mind working, and I'm worried.
I never saw the original. I don't know, but
No, most ghost experiences they're all like kind of negligible. Like you can always explain them away if you really, really want to.
yeah.
But what would the fun in that be?
No, I used to like when we were like 19. We went checked out all those like weird New Jersey houses.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't that interesting. Like there was one where we were all just like, okay, we've checked it out, and then we heard like a thing, like fall, and then we're like, all right, let's fucking leave. And then my other
What
yeah, I
house
was
it? Do you remember?
no,
Damn it.
I don't. It was like my friend. I was just bored, so I threw something. No one noticed.
Your friend said
really?
that?
Yeah, he
Okay.
just fucking.
He was.
He
messing
kind of
with
just
you.
went out of
Well,
our
yeah.
out of all of our eye line, kind of just chucked something. So that's what we all heard.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't. I'm not a paranormal guy.
There's
I
no
wish
type
I
of
would.
paranormal stories that you're into, like aliens or
I believe in him. I mean,
time slips. Have you heard of time slips?
is that when I drink too much? Or-
And he doesn't clock into work
Yeah.
on time.
Yeah, you can't account for
You've
time.
seen me time
basically.
slip plenty of times.
I've seen you drive home time slipping.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
We're-
yeah.
Oh wait, there's statute of limitations. I believe
Your
I-
career's
I
about to become a
discouraged.
ghost for me.
No,
You
you-
can't do that.
you remember me being shockingly sober when because you made me like
I'm shocked anytime you're sober.
I
Boom
have
roasted.
wait I
Can
have
I
a good
just
Yeah,
say
you're not.
that?
Yeah, sure. Why not? No, you're fine. I never actually see you drink to excess, almost ever.
I don't get drunk off of beer like that, except for brewery beer. Jesus.
Oh yeah, the double
Brewery beer
IPAs.
I'll
is
drink like 10 Yinglings, yeah.
crazy.
I'll drink 10 Yinglings and I'll be fine. But 2 brewery beers,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm slurring everything on stage.
Trogs. Have you guys ever had Trogs?
Yes,
That
it's good.
shit fucks me up. Yeah. No, it is really good too.
Yeah.
But
It's I when I do a show at a brewery, I will make myself only have one beer. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
have my second when I go up, but just if I'm down and I want something as like a visual aid. Other than that, no, I will not drink 2 brewery beers
No,
before
wait.
a show, or I'll be fucking.
Yeah, Meg
wasted.
has seen me shit-faced more than like I don't get drunk. I don't like most comics knowing that I have
I'm sorry. I
any
didn't
kind
know.
of
Did I-
no.
did
I
was
was I was saying I let the walls down around you. I don't let most
Aw.
comics know that I have any semblance of a personality because I
Oh.
feel like they could only use that against me.
Oh,
But Meg,
true.
I lowered the wall. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got shit
I
faced
get
with
my
her
one hug a
family.
year.
Yeah,
so
right.
Your one hug a year. I already gave you one. I don't have to give. I mean, you were nice enough to be a guest on the.
I was gonna say
podcast.
you
Yes.
greeted the door. Did you get a hug when you came in?
I
No,
didn't.
yeah, that's
that was
Dave
I
right
should've,
there.
Like,
Yeah, you should
Did
have
you
gone
even get
in.
a fist bump?
Yeah,
I don't think so. Wow.
not even a fist
Not
bump.
even one fist bump.
Jeez.
No, but I got shit faced with your family.
At the hometown show. That's
Yeah.
another show I do where I can't really pay comics because we just invite our community for free. But I'm like, do you guys want to get out of Philly or Jersey and go to the Poconos and we can go hiking or what did we do with
I
your
didn't do
group?
any of that
We
shit.
didn't do. Okay.
I
Or
was
you
like, I
can
don't
just
see this hiking
lay
pitch
around.
working.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you're
Dave.
Dave, some people like can go kayaking or whatever they feel like. When Del Calo was there, we went to a snake and animal farm, which was really fun.
Oh, nice.
But the whole thing is like, sometimes I miss like with comedy just having a good hang after a show. I feel like
Yeah.
people are like either tired or busy,
Yeah.
so it
so
kind
she
of
gets us 3 hours out of the way, so we
it's a
can't.
little summer camp.
Yeah, so you can't go
leave.
home.
You drink
Right.
on the lake,
No,
and
but
then we
you're-
do a show, and
That's awesome.
yeah.
An old
That's a lot of
lady
fun.
asked me to show her my dick afterward.
Nuh-uh, are you
Okay,
serious?
wow.
Well, it was you did your joke about your dating profile, and you taught how the one guy was like,
Oh, right.
how he messaged you and said, "I have a 15-inch dick, yo." And then I got up on stage and I'm like, "Oh, thanks for using my name and not calling me by the 15-inch dick guy."
Well, then you deserve it. No,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
just
she's
kidding.
like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "Oh, I meant centimeters," which is
that is so funny.
still
Dave.
probably generous.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing the math, but it might
Holy
be good.
cow.
I mean,
Wow.
a 30 centimeters is a foot, right?
I can't believe it. I have to know who asked you because I
It
know
was an old,
everyone.
elderly African American woman.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you were in the
Well,
Poconos,
yeah, I
so it's got to be pretty narrowing, right?
Yeah, I was actually surprised by that.
Yeah.
I had yeah. Before on the drive there, I was like, I'm gonna say hello, white people, to start.
That's amazing. Holy cow.
I know.
That's
We
his
what
family is
we
great.
almost had to cancel that show because Seamus Millar, one of my good friends, you guys know Seamus, obviously.
We'll have him on
He,
sometime down the line.
Yeah, you'll be on, Jamin.
We have enough white dudes on here.
We had him at the show, and he did what was the joke about eating ass? I think and it was so graphic that afterwards my mom was like, I don't know if we should do these anymore. And I had to like convince her. I was like, I just don't worry, it's fine, and I'm gonna have him back because I feel like he needs a redemption story.
Sure,
for
yeah.
sure. But it was really funny because we almost had to cancel it because my mom literally was like, I don't know about this.
Ass-eating
Man.
jokes scandalizes
Which is
small
weird because like
rural
there
town.
you can do dick jokes, whatever.
Your family, I thought, yeah, your family seemed okay with like because
They were really
I
chill. It was very graphic.
I introduced myself to your dad and sister with a domestic violence joke. It slipped
Risky.
out. I didn't.
Well, my dad's Italian, so
Yeah, they-
Oh, there you go.
I'm
Yeah,
just kidding. He's not
but they,
abusive.
yeah, they.
just for the record.
just culturally. So
Yeah.
not
It's just
physically
in our blood, but
abusive,
not
yeah.
him as a person.
She's a twin, and she has another set of twins in her family.
Oh, I didn't know that.
mhm.
Wow. Okay.
My little brothers are twins.
So
as
you
well.
are tuned to like the spirit world then. You're like a twin of like a family
I mean,
of twins.
no, her other
We're
sister got
weird.
born, didn't die next to her in the fucking womb.
What? No, we're just like connected.
No,
We're
but
connected
twins are a
spiritually.
spiritual. Yeah, twins
Oh,
have
I
a
thought that was-
spiritual.
Oh, my bad.
That's fine. I did that to my
They
twin,
lived.
believe it or not. I had a twin in the womb, and I had 2 amniotic sacs. One came out
I
and it
feel
was
like-
empty.
wait,
and they
you
said,
didn't bring this up
absorbed.
During the Naeem episode when he talked about his brother getting aborted next to
His
him.
was way better than mine,
That's
and he
true,
was talking
yeah.
about hanging onto the uterus, kicking him out. I can't compete with
Oh,
that.
That's hilarious.
can't compete
He's
with that.
So much funnier.
Yeah, I just absorbed my twin in the womb. I don't remember it. So, but yeah, so
I wanted to. I was like ready, and she wasn't when we were born.
Oh, wow.
So she was like way tinier than me. I was born first.
okay.
obviously.
So you're the older sister.
I almost killed
technically.
her. Yeah, I'm the oldest of my whole. Of the
I
whole
mean,
group.
I would have guessed there was like a 10-year age difference when
I treat
I
her
mean,
like
yeah.
that too, and she gets very upset.
yeah,
Why is
I
it
thought
because
she looks-
comedy has
her-
sucked all the
her-
life out of Meg's eyes? Is that why she
Age.
looks older? Is
I've
that-
aged
that's it.
decades.
yeah, comedy is not.
That's an interesting study. We'll take 2
Comedy's
twins
terrible
and we'll
for
have
the-
one
Big
start
one.
stand-up comedy and just see what happens.
She's a doctor, right?
She is a doctor.
Oh God.
Thanks
okay,
for
so
bringing it up.
experiment.
Do you want me to call her? She could probably come here
Yeah,
now
let's
if you'd
hang out.
rather talk to her. And it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll just drink my watermelon White Claw. In her.
Is that what you put in it?
Oh man.
You're such a dude, bro.
Is that what the dude bros are drinking these days? Watermelon?
Dude, bros like the White Claws.
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah. They like the White Claws. It's
Cool.
across. The White Claws cross a lot of demographics.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got the
I
white
am
ladies.
a bro. I didn't realize it, but I
Yeah.
am kind of broy.
Yeah, I also like. I don't mean to blow up your spot, but you did mention you were coming from like some sort of a therapy
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I like that you came with the watermelon White Claw
yeah.
in tow. That's a
I like
pro
to
move
drink
right
when I
there.
podcast,
Yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I
Gotta
hear
shake
you.
off the feelings.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I'll drink as a guest. I'm not ruining my own. You're not. Can you even get drunk off that stuff?
I did also have 2 fireball shots.
Oh yeah, there we
But
go.
3 drinks is like perfect.
Well, yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got.
Yeah, we get you in the
Fireball's
mood.
good if you got to, beat the breathalyzer, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm just.
You drank the first episode. You had chocolate lagers,
Oh man.
and that was
Chocolate
we were,
lagers?
Yeah,
I brought them.
Yingling chocolate.
I brought them to share, and then I drank all of them.
No one else? You didn't drink one of them?
No, I'm
You just
going
weren't
through
feeling
like
it?
an anti. Not. I'm downgrading my drinking for
Congrats.
my.
Right?
Yeah,
That's a
thanks.
move.
I guess. Yeah.
Everyone is so ashamed when they say it. They're like, I'm...
Because I'm not making a real decision in my life. I'm just trying to stop like
No, that's
drinking
good.
as much so I don't have to make that big decision. I have done this before successfully where I like spend like years not drinking that much and then I feel like, oh, okay, I have
You
permission
can
to
dip your
drink.
toe back
But I
in.
spent all the credit during COVID. I was like,
oh,
if there was
everyone
any
was an alcoholic
Yeah.
COVID. It doesn't count.
I drank way less during.
There was
I don't,
nothing
Really?
to
I don't
do.
drink alone.
Me and Dan would play beer pong so much he got better than me.
Ooh.
And I got so furious this one time. And my favorite song is like a G6. You guys know that song?
oh, like a G6?
Yeah,
that's an old
it
one, huh?
is
Yeah.
my fucking jam. So I got so pissed at him for continuously beating me. I turned on like a G6 like 11 times. And the song doesn't have an ending. So it was like we were probably on the 7th iteration. He's like, this is a long song. And I was like, yeah, bitch.
We did.
Like a G6.
It is.
Like
It is a
G6.
long song.
We used to throw beer pong
Stop
tournaments in
playing.
my backyard but this is before before I even started comedy.
Okay.
We had to stop because a fight broke out over leaning and
Oh, yeah.
someone's head went through a pipe.
That'll do it.
Oh, damn.
I've wanted
Okay.
to put a head through a pipe for leaning.
it's I was already out of it because I did have my name on the trophy. My friend who actually made our
There's a trophy. Oh,
she took
That's, like,
we
pro.
took like we
Now
made
I
a
wish I had a
pyramid
time
of
machine.
solo cups. She like spray painted them gold, and then so there was like a
Oh
pyramid.
yeah, stacked.
I love that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
and
like
yeah,
that a lot.
I love beer Olympics too. I set up pretty solid beer Olympics.
yeah.
I was in a lot. I was in much better practice in college. I remember playing beer pong. My friends had like this, like essentially non-affiliated frat house, and their beer pong room was in the room that their water heater was in. It was essentially like a walk-in closet, and that thing, they never mopped it. They never sweeped it. You would stick to the floor when
I
you
know
came in.
exactly the vibe. Yeah.
And we would just scoop the ball up and be like, "Oh, dunk in a little water, we're okay."
Oh yeah,
Which is why I'm not worried about
Whatever.
COVID or
Exactly.
anything else.
Did you guys have your own signature shot?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had closers where you would be able to get a, you know how like some teams there was a rule where you could like take one last round of shots and keep going if you kept making it. We had that, but you could end that if you did a fucking cool ass line and sunk your last shot.
Like a laser shot, you mean?
Yeah, and you just went like something like, "This game is over," and you sink it immediately. No comebacks. You have to walk
love
away.
that.
You guys made I just did that fucking.
Well, see,
I people hated me because of my shit talking.
the problem
Oh,
was
that's why I did the game. I love a good shit talk,
Hell
yeah.
dude.
that's part of
Oh.
beer pong. Shit talk is like part and parcel of
That's
the game.
what
As far
people,
as I'm
when I
concerned.
came here, I felt like a lot of the comics were like drinking games, but like the point of it was one to get to know people because I went to a big college, so like no one, I'd walk into a party and I only knew the person throwing it. So like it was one way to know people fast, and two, you could shit talk little
Yeah.
bitches.
One way to get them to hate me fast, but yeah.
yeah.
I like whatever, like it was all like fucking metal kids. I didn't realize how soft they were.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
you don't like the way, because I fucking, I was theatrical. I fucking went around there,
Do you remember any of the things you said?
like, I just fucking, do you want me to make this last fucking cup? And I'd take like 20 minutes. And I fucking sunk it the one time I
Yeah.
did that too.
If you do
Yeah.
that and you sink it, it's the best feeling in the
That's
world.
so funny. Have you guys ever played F the Dealer? Do you know that game?
Yes, I have
Yeah.
played that before. That's a
It's
fun.
it's really fun. When my brother turned 21, so the way the game works is you like have to guess a card and it should be partially luck, but the whole group agreed that we were just gonna look at the cards and cheat. So like we'd
Nice.
have someone do the first guess and then you would give them the reel, and he was fine, but he got pretty effed up. He's like, how does this keep happening? It's like, because we're cheating.
No alcohol poisoning? That's not fun. That's the way that ever happened
It
to
was
either of you?
beer.
Yeah, I've been alcohol. I've never to the
yeah.
point where I had to like get professional help.
Oh.
yeah, pretty bad.
Got you beat.
Yeah, I've been
I
on the
haven't had to
I've been
go
on
to
the
hospital.
line before.
I probably should have gone one time.
yeah.
But
I-
my roommate nursed me back to health instead.
I was dating a nurse. And it was my 21st birthday. My friends wanted me to do the 21 shots.
No, see, I would never do.
I
I
made
was
it.
never a shot person.
I'm not either. And I do have hard alcohol, but only if it's in a girl drink now.
yeah,
Because I fucking love me some apple-teenies.
Agreed.
Hell yeah.
And a mudslide.
Agreed.
My
Hell
God.
yeah.
Ooh, mudslides are so good.
And fucking White Russians. But
They're okay. I
that was
got
the
s-
worst hangover I
Yeah,
ever had
I
because
was
I had
about to say,
11
yeah.
of them.
They make you
But-
sick. Too much milk, too much sugar.
Yeah, I woke up in a hospital with a tube everywhere a tube could be put.
Oh damn! How old were you?
21.
20. Oh
This
yeah.
is my 20.
You said
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay.
That's
I woke up with my mom and girlfriend just opened my well, good morning. And I just fucking I just closed my eyes. I'm like, well, hoping if I just go back, I will wake up somewhere different than this.
this is a dream.
And I did one second time. It was not a dream. And the fucking nurse had the biggest shit-eating grin on her face because apparently I fucking let them have it when they were putting one of the tubes in.
Oh wow.
Which I now live my life to never have that tube put in again.
Oh boy. Okay, that too.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm glad I couldn't form new memories when it was getting put but when they were taking it out, I wish
funny.
can I fucking get shit faced again for you guys taking it out?
Trying to black out one
That's
more
funny.
time.
Can I do some shots with the
Yeah,
nurse, please?
the next 3 pissings hurt like the
Ooh.
fucking
Oh my
dickens.
God.
Ooh. I
So,
never even
yeah.
thought about
That
that,
would-
but yeah, that
that
must be
sounds-
not
So
fun.
that's yeah.
That's hilarious.
20. I'm glad I had the choice.
Put a shot in front of me. That's where my mind goes, and I'm just no, thank you.
My friends were like, you have to do 21 shots on my 21st birthday, but or there was 7 of them. They're like, or you let us pick the shots and we'll do 1 shot for each of us, but we get to pick. So I was like, sure, you get to pick. So I only had to do 7, but I had to do a gauntlet of the worst shots you could think of, like a cement mixer, a prairie fire. I had to do a blowjob shot, which was good but embarrassing.
I got kicked out
Those
of a
are
bar.
fun.
I got kicked
They're
out of a
fun.
bar.
It was tasty. That one was good.
You
but
feel cool for I mean, as a woman, I feel very cool doing blowjob.
I got kicked out of a bar for how I ordered one time.
Really?
Oh,
How did you
I
order
should have.
it?
I probably should have. I don't remember.
You ordered a blowjob shot aggressively? That's hilarious.
I mean, I probably laid into the pun. Yeah, and I think I hit a different octave. They weren't happy, and I don't know if they kicked me out. I think I was just. It's probably. Look at the time.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
A
Yeah.
bartender's trick is when somebody orders a drink that you don't know how to make, usually they don't know how to make it either. So you just go, okay, hey, real quick, how do I make that? Just help me out. And usually they go, I don't know. And you go, well, I don't know either. So do you want this drink? And they go like, yeah, whatever. And that usually gets them up.
I
Yeah.
never know how to make the drink.
Well, right. So it buys you the to be like, you know what? I'm going to look it up.
Right,
Rather
right.
than if you pull your phone out and they go, oh, you don't know how to make that drink. And it's like, well, you don't
Yeah.
either.
The world's largest drink catalog
Right.
is in everyone's pocket now.
Right. And the real skill of bartending is knowing how to pour, not in what combination. Like you can look any of that shit up. But I always liked asking that for blowjob shots because people would have to describe, because people know how that one is, but
Oh,
they'd have to
drunk me.
describe how you build it.
That
And it was
wouldn't
always
stop
just
me at
funny to
all.
watch people be like, okay, so you put a pint glass upside down, then you put a thing on the glass. And it's just like,
Extra whipped cream.
Yep.
Bitch. No, I wouldn't do that. But
Well,
Yeah.
that's one you probably can't look up on your phone because
that's
Oh, yeah.
I feel like pornography would come up quicker. Yeah.
yeah,
maybe.
maybe. I'm not sure.
You'd
I
have
think
to-
because it's a shot. If you typed in blowjob shot, you would get.
I think that would just be a picture instead of a video. Is
might be
Neil
right.
doing it now?
Yeah, Neil's looking it up right now.
All
He
right.
just really has to add shot to his
Did you
current
know what
search.
it was before you searched it, or were you okay? You did. Okay.
All right. What's
Good.
our?
He's
all right,
cool.
what's-
No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
If we bring it up to the
we
big
can see
screen.
it too.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got
wow.
high tech. in
That's
the
not the one
studio.
that they make at Penn State. That's a tiny blowjob shot.
Right, I know what
That's
you do.
very reasonable.
The one that I was trained to
Wait,
make.
there's
is
a big
covered
blowjob
in-
drink?
There is one where
It's
it's a
covered in whipped
plastic
cream.
cup upside down, and there's whipped cream up the cup, and then a shot on the top. So you lick the
Yep.
like whipped cream up, and then you take the shot with your mouth.
And yeah, the whipped cream's all around the shot glass, so you have to like get it on your face to kind of get the.
You don't,
shot
and you
in
don't
your
use
mouth.
your. If you're a pro, you don't use your
Right.
hands. You do the, and then you.
Yeah, you have
Did
to.
you use your hands?
I
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think
He actually used both of them.
I don't think I got the same.
Both hands? What
Oh.
are you in 10th grade? No, I'm just kidding.
Man, I got the wrong blowjob.
That's
I
right.
don't know if you. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh, and they
Except
got
they're using
fucking-
their hands. You need to put them behind your back.
Damn it! Get
Yeah,
it.
no hands.
They
They're
got fucking
cheating.
Asian girls. Get that off the screen.
Nah.
Get that off the screen.
This is a
Dave
lot.
is feeling
It is a lot
conflicted
to
right now.
witness.
Jesus. Yeah,
Um,
I'm in the company of people.
Yeah. My 21st birthday, we threw a party, and I don't do a lot of shots, so we drank a shit ton of beer. We used to make these things called Skippies. Have you ever had Skippies?
Skippies, no.
It's when, so I don't remember if we made this for our party, but it's basically when you have like a bunch of alcohol left over and you don't know what to do with it, so you just put it all together. So like
Oh, I've done
beer, liquor, lemonade mix, you just mix it
Nice.
up. But what I did was I did black out, and I was going around telling people I wasn't drunk and like convincing them so they would like drink with me, and then my roommates would be running around behind me like, she's very drunk, stop drinking with her, give her water. So yeah, that
Oh,
was
you didn't have to
nice
do
of
a co 21st with the twin.
No, she wasn't. That was a bummer because we didn't get to spend our 21st. We spent our 30th together, and I wanted to kill her because we were in Washington D.C.
Oh wow,
I don't like Washington D.C. that much.
No.
I don't think
it's hectic.
Very unpatriotic.
it's expensive. Philly.
No,
Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot this was live streaming. I hope she doesn't see that.
Yes, we cannot cut anything.
We can cut it.
A fact that will Dave and I will be very mad about in about a decade.
Never
I
mind. It
think.
was very fun. I loved it.
What do we got going on in
Nothing.
this decade?
Well, I'm assuming hopefully one of us will be successful,
It's so funny.
and the
I
other
mean,
one
yeah,
will
the
enjoy
only-
the downfall.
The only thing I could do at this point, like I can't ruin anything more for myself. Like I have like nieces with the same last name. They're
fucked.
yeah. So I just need to either be successful enough or stay under the radar, so that doesn't get attached to them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I already
for
knew
sure.
I would only ever succeed on my own terms. So why not make it harder for myself? I'll make it certainty because
Goals.
no corporation will ever sponsor me. So. But we were talking about spooky
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
events,
Mhm.
and I would hate to have like the spookiest comic in the game, as I would describe you,
Thank you.
and not have some sort of a ghost discussion. Do
Well,
you
yeah,
have any?
You're more like Count Chocula than Dracula level.
What? Are you what? Are you roasting me right now? You just call me. Are you calling me fat?
Is
No, I'm just
Count-
kidding.
they're-
That would be a
they're- they-
booberry.
hey,
If we
yeah.
called you booberry, that's what I would think.
Both the
Yeah.
counts
I
have
would
the
leave
same
if you
build.
called me a blueberry. Honestly, I'd be like, that is
Count Chocula, yeah, he's
Count
he's the s-
Chocula. Like, what do you mean by that?
Count
Like,
Chocula, very
fun?
like
thin.
you're not like I don't see you as like Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, no,
Fucking-
I'm not like
Oh.
murdering people in houses or anything. If that's what you mean.
Right. I think what you're saying, like usually people that
Scooby-Doo.
like.
So I went with Scooby Doo.
I like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I do like
No, I
But
see
I-
what you're saying, Dave. Because usually people, the idea of people who are super into ghosts and super into haunted things is married to that like goth
the
idea.
horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're more like an Elvira, and that like it's
This is great. I just want to see how many comparisons.
yeah,
you can
you're getting
get.
Elvira.
I like that one.
Yeah,
Keep going. No, I'm
but
just kidding.
oh, even though Elvira's
just
got
kidding.
like a Swedish, like you're
Mindy
you're-
Kaling's Velma.
Oh gosh,
now it's
How
Ooh,
dare
now
you.
that's
Oh,
rough.
shit.
Topical and
That's
a
rough.
bummer. Thank you.
I haven't
for
actually watched it. I'm just going by what the internet says.
that. I
Yeah,
watched.
I
it.
haven't watched it.
So no bueno.
It's a bummer because I watched the whole thing, but yeah, I see why people are upset with it. for
Did it
sure.
come out all in one shot, or did it come out weekly?
It came out weekly.
And you still watched? Okay, I would
It's
understand
weird.
if it
it's
was
like inactive
yeah.
watching. Like I scrolled
Mm,
TikTok. It was a good like, let's just watch this while we hang out or whatever.
There should be a word for
But
those
they
kind
didn't
of
have
shows.
Scooby.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard.
they didn't have Scooby.
That's what made me. I know there's a lot of like PC, but I was most upset that they didn't have a Scooby Doo character.
What's PC? What's on PC about Scooby?
Yeah, why is getting rid of Scoob woke? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't
like,
think
what-
that was part of it. I just mean I think a lot of people's complaints were about it being very woke. My complaint
Oh.
is that the name is Scooby Doo and there wasn't Scooby Doo.
That's a completely
Well, no,
valid.
it's,
Well,
the name
it's
is
Velma.
Velma. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
wrong.
But whatever. It's like doing like a World War II movie and never showing the Nazis. Am I comparing Scooby Doo to a Nazi? Yes. But
That just
Hey,
happened.
it's
They
like,
added
you
them-
know,
yeah.
it's like you want to see Scoob. You pay to see Scoob and to a lesser extent
They added
Shaggy.
Nazis
love
to Pinocchio,
Scooby.
and that won an award this weekend.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
It's my favorite part.
Guillermo
I
just
was
does
like,
that. Guillermo del Toro does that to any movie, though. He's like, how about a movie
fuck-
about
yeah.
labyrinth monsters and Italian fascists? And like, how about it? He'll just be like, he's that guy in the back of the room that's like,
Wait, was
what
that
if we
eye
added the
thing? That
Nazis?
was that a Nazi too?
Well,
And he
it-
did this to get a better view of situation. I just did that on
my
camera.
God.
Anyway.
Oh god.
We got a comment from Rusty Gears.
Hi, Rusty.
Hey,
They're,
Rust.
they're called they're called second screen shows.
Second
Netflix
screen
Oh, like
second
Velma?
screen shows. Yeah,
So it's-
Netflix
so
is
they're
very
allowed-
aware it's a thing.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
second-
Well, thank you, Rusty. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Like things you can passively watch. Like Netflix probably
Got it.
knows.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
you're
I
setting
forgot
these
we were
things
talking
on
about.
to
Thanks,
do
Russ.
To do nothing.
to do nothing. Yeah, I love shows like that. That's a
I
whole
mean, that's
ass
most
genre.
shows for me.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
that's why I had to get into Korean television, so I have to start paying
Oh
attention.
my god, are
again.
you also watching K-dramas?
I have. If you want
This
to
is
see my
incredible.
ranking of all the K
Are
dramas
you
I've watched,
serious?
No
Are
way.
you
Are you
really?
check
watching
into
K-dramas?
my
I
letterboxd.
love K-dramas. Are you really watching them?
I've watched 11 of them now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Let's
oh my
see.
god. Have you watched Choice Husband?
No, that
I'll
sounds.
send you a
I
YouTube
watch
to it.
like more like the supernatural. I watch the revenge thrillers and the supernatural shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I watched The Glory. I finished The Glory. That's
It's Matthew Broderick. Great movie.
no.
Heard of it? Heard of it?
Yeah, I watch all their zombie shit because they
Oh,
do
hell
fucking
yeah.
zombies way better than America.
See, I watched
that
the love
tra- yeah.
stories. I meant the love stories. but
They have a shit ton of those on Netflix. I have seen.
Yes, yeah, they're really fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we've watched any of this because there's a
Damn.
fuck ton, which is
Wow.
great.
There's so many.
That's what.
I now feel uncultured. You've managed to make me feel uncultured, Dave. How about that?
Hey,
Uh,
I watched RRR too. It was-
Hey,
Oh,
not too,
you
motherfuckers.
mean watch that, yeah.
I
That
don't
was
know-
awesome.
I don't know if that's culture. My biggest takeaway is that the one guy threw a jaguar at the other guy.
That's pretty sweet.
Just from the Oscars performance, I want to see that. When they prepped for it, the crowd went crazy. They were like, not to. And I was like, all right, everybody, calm down. It's some Bollywood bullshit. And then they danced, and I was like, I take it back. I would have cheered just as loud if I knew that
I thought the dancing was the Bollywood bullshit. I thought that's what all Bollywood movies have.
It was elevated Bollywood bullshit. Let's just say that. It was actually like, the dancing was so good that I was like, okay, it is Bollywood bullshit, but I forgive
that
it.
scene is fucking long too. It's like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bollywood ones are really long. Yeah.
It was my
We
first.
watched one called Fly where a guy is reincarnated into a fly and then has to avenge his death because he was murdered.
Really?
Okay.
It's very fun.
Okay.
Dan and I watched it.
'Cause
The we, if I'm ever saying we, just assume it's Dan.
I just assume that when he says we as well, he means him and Dan.
I'm talking about the other Dan
Yeah.
too. Yeah. We're the original power couple.
Shout out Dan Goetz. We
Fair
love you.
enough.
This
him.
podcast
Obviously,
loves you,
we're
buddy.
going to have him on, but I wanted this show to get its own
But I'm
identity.
more fun, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously
Later.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie. You should watch it. But I have seen Ghosts. Are we talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And also,
With Demi
Dave,
Moore? Oh.
every single day I'm getting witchier and witchier. So.
She's wearing a Honkus Ponkus shirt, for
But
God's
like,
sake.
are you like,
Shirt
are
in
you like Roald
March.
Dahl's witches or the new Roald Dahl's witches?
I haven't seen either.
Okay. I haven't seen the new one
I
either.
don't know. I
heard
don't
it's.
know.
Is it darker? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it Roald Dahl witches before they edited out all the bad words, or Roald Dahl's witches with all the bad words edited out?
Bad words included.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah.
good
Hell
kind
yeah.
of witches.
No.
Yeah, you're a witch and you'll call people ugly. Why not?
Angelica Houston, that was one of the original witches, right?
Was she? Yeah. Angelica Houston was one of the original.
Yeah,
Oh, I've seen that movie. It's a movie, right?
Mhm.
yeah, and a
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's scary as heck.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know.
Her?
All right, yeah,
I
okay.
don't know.
The witch is really scary. She like morphs.
Do they? No.
Oh
'cause-
yeah, I remember that scene. She has like
Yeah.
it's like a weird stop motion
Yeah.
morphy thing.
But all the kids live in that movie, right? Which I can only suspend my disbelief
they?
so far.
I
right?
think on most witch movies the kids all live, right?
I
There
thought
aren't
that at
many-
least in the past the one got sucked into the painting and didn't make it out.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I can do a little search here.
I'll have to
no.
go. I'll have to go
Okay.
rewatch
R.I.P.
that
Yeah.
one.
R.I.P.
I'm more of a Hocus Pocus guy, so
Oh, I did.
nobody
Did you watch
dies
the
in
second
that.
one?
I did. I was disappointed.
It was
I can,
good.
I can
It
only
was okay.
suspend. Yeah,
I thought
that's
the-
a Disney, right?
Yeah.
I thought the witches nailed being them again.
Agreed. I do agree with that.
I enjoyed every scene they were
Yeah,
in.
I agree. But the whole movie as a movie, I didn't.
I would have liked it as
enjoyed
a
that much.
series, honestly.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that
they
would
had
be good.
so many people that I was like, this would rock.
Mhm.
Like Keegan Michael Key, right?
Yes.
He was in it. I would have loved to see what he was up to more, and they
Yeah.
didn't give him enough time. for
Yeah.
sure.
I just saw something recently with a not popular
Oh,
Keegan Michael
you've
Key.
never seen it?
You're not spoiling it for me. I mean, it's a Disney fucking movie.
And it
so I
was in
know-
like
yeah.
'97, so
I know
you
that
had
Was
your
it
chance.
Key? It might be. Yeah. Anyway. let's
I know that it's
It
not going
might
to
have
set the
been.
tone. Like, hey, we're just going to ice this
I don't
fucking
think it
kid real
was.
quick.
Mm.
Which
I don't know. I just saw Keegan Michael Key in something, and he was sitting in the background. It was a movie from like
Oscars.
the 2000. No,
Oh.
it was a movie from like 2007. It was like a comedy. It was like
That's
one of those bad bro
awesome.
comedies. Oh, it was the one where they where Paul Rudd live action role plays, whatever the fuck that one was called, with Stifler is in that one. Anyway, there's like this whole scene where they're
Oh.
in like an anger management group, and Keegan Michael Key's in the
Darn
group.
it! I don't think
and
he was
he's
in Hocus Pocus.
just sitting there, and they never use him, and he doesn't do anything.
no,
and
wait,
it's like
you're talking about the Paul Rudd Stifler movie?
Yeah.
He does have a line at the when they're at camping. He says something about making s'mores with white chocolate.
oh yes,
Yeah.
Yes. One line though is so funny because in most of the movie he's just kind of in the background, and I'm like, no movie made today would just be like, all right, Keegan Michael Key, you just stand there. Like he's such a funny fucking actor.
Well, you'll see that with a lot of comedies, like up and coming comics. Like you're like, oh, that's fun. Look at these
Right.
people.
He's in the
Yeah.
background there.
Yeah.
They I was scrolling through TikTok, counting likes.
As we do. Yeah. Thank you for all
Yeah,
the
you're
likes,
crushing
everybody.
it.
Rusty, we
Give
appreciate
me
it.
more likes.
I didn't,
I
didn't have any,
demand them, or else.
but they were showing that girl that was in The Whale in the menu was on like How I Met Your Mother for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, that's so fun.
The
With a-
whale,
with a
and
pretty-
the menu. That's the sequel title,
Interesting.
actually.
Yeah.
I didn't even see The Whale yet.
I didn't either. I just don't want to be sad.
Oh,
I can't do it.
It's sad. It's going to be sad.
What I don't. I'm worried that should I wait till it's on TV? So What if I'm I'm like the asshole that laughs in the theater?
Oh no.
I laugh. Well, that's like, because I get misty. We discussed this on the show. I don't cry.
Yeah.
Not my thing. I'll get misty, but if I'm around someone, I'll either burst out laughing or insult them so that I can just laugh.
Let's explore that. Is that a defense mechanism? What's happening?
This is what happens after therapy and a
Yeah,
White
I
Claw.
was just
Why don't we
as
talk
there.
about
I'm just
this?
a different generation. I'm just a different generation of man. Yeah, I'm like 10 years older than you, right? So yeah, we just
At
did.
least. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
God,
kidding.
20 maybe.
I think-
I don't think that's true.
That's not true at all.
No, I don't.
Yeah, otherwise you and Dan would be in a Dan and
Nah.
Ivan situation.
Hey now.
Uh-oh.
Although speaking of my younger girlfriend, it's great because she cries at movies all the time. She's one of those people. She just cries
Oh,
very
yeah.
easily.
So you just have to sit there stoically.
Well, it helps because anytime like we were watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, I was rewatching it. She was seeing it for the first time, and I was like, I'm rewatching it. I already know what happens. It's not going to emotionally affect me. Unlike the time I saw it in the theater myself and cried like a baby because no one was there to judge me. And we were watching it, and she was crying, and I was like, "Oh, see, I told you would cry." And I was using that like detachedness to cover for the fact that I was like 1 inch from
So
sobbing.
close.
Yeah, I was so close.
Baby.
Yeah, I was like, and she's like, we laugh about it. She's like, I knew I was gonna cry. I was like, yeah, you're crying. And I was like, in the inside, I was like, oh, but I'm not. Don't do it. I don't know. And I think I've perfected crying out of just one eye.
Whoa.
So
Oh,
I
the
think
eye that's
now,
facing the other.
yes.
Yeah.
So I think I've
What
now
a
perfected crying out of
skill.
one eye. So now
I
I
think
can
you're-
just weep on the side you don't see.
I think you might have had a stroke.
I might not be able to.
Yeah, and there's another weird thing where like
Eye.
none of the stuff works on one side, like the mouth, the eyes. It's weird. It's Bell's palsy.
I cry when I smell toast. But nobody's making toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's scary. You talk about things that are really scary. If someone's making toast unscheduled, I don't know why you would schedule it, and I smell it, my first thought is, here it is.
I'm
This is
dying.
the
It's
stroke.
finally happening.
If it's after 11 o'clock and someone makes toast, I just assume it's it. I'm about to fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Why
know.
are they making
I have a similar thing. If I smell toast and no one's making toast, I still don't go to the doctor. That's kind of how I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
Like,
sense.
well, it's happening.
Yeah.
You're like, let's ride this out.
You guys want to do the news?
Okay.
Oh wow, he's fucking in a rush.
Yeah.
We started late. No,
Yeah,
you know
we-
what?
You're
Yeah.
at
We're
every time
yeah.
with you.
No matter-
Every time I try to even do a
yeah, but
tiny
normally,
bit of producing.
normally you just hold
Neil,
up the thing and then let us get there. This time you
No,
fucking.
you know what?
The second it came
No
up,
news.
Do the news. Do the news now.
No news.
I know. We
No news.
started-
You're waiting.
We started
no,
late.
I will not
We're
start the
cutting
news.
into Neil's masturbating time.
Yeah.
I refuse to start the news. You have to keep going now. I need to hear more. We're watching The Whale, then we're doing the news.
Okay, yes.
All of us are crying together in a group.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'll be
Oh,
laughing.
here, let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see if this works. I want to see if we got a little music here. I want to see if this works. If we bring
Move
up.
closer
No, wait,
to
this
the-
doesn't work. That's not gonna
4
work.
jokes.
2 for
Hold
each
on.
of you.
Super
Oh,
great.
sweet.
I can't hear it. You guys can't hear it. I got some news music.
Recording that.
And that was news music. there we
News
go.
music. I like
Okay,
news
so
music.
also I feel like I know some people, if you're new and listening, I like the fun thing is neither of these guys know each other's jokes. I feel like we haven't explained that. I mean,
yeah,
I
I
think
guess
they
that's
know it.
true.
Like people get it as it's going, but
Yeah.
they don't know each other's jokes. Sometimes there might be a joke off where they actually wrote the same thing about the same topic, not the same thing, but a joke about the same topic. There's a lot of fun stuff. I think Meg even has some stuff today. So just so you know, it's a fun little thing. We kind of don't know what's about
Can
to
you turn
happen.
that into text and just have it pop up on the bottom?
I think we're gonna do a nice
don't
thing.
actually-
I'll try to remember to say that from now on because that's a good point. We don't tell people
It's
that.
the fun part of it.
We
It's
were
great.
also struggling just introducing our guest by name on the
Yeah.
Naima Ali
We did
episode.
that once.
Do you guys smell toast? I'm like, we're all-
And my mom gave me a stern talking to for that. We said Meg Goetz is on the show today, right?
Yeah, first off, that's the first thing I'm saying in every single podcast from now
I
on.
am.
Okay.
On every, on
Welcome to
everywhere.
the show.
The news. Okay, so we
Alright.
usually go back and forth. So if you want to, we'll do like 1, 2, 3. If you want to do it.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
All right, Dave.
Good, because like I'm gonna be okay. Go. Sorry.
Married Connecticut lunch lady allegedly sexually assaulted student sent nude images for months. She claimed that the child acted way older than his age, especially the part where he preferred just getting his lunch over having sex with her.
I like that one. Almost had a joke off. I was staring at that story for a long time, but all right. Let's see. A man accidentally drove off with another man's Tesla this week, claiming he thought it was his car and the Tesla app allowed him to do it. This marks the first legal case of a he said, she said carjacking.
Cute.
Love it,
Thanks.
love it. Okay, I wrote you guys roast jokes and then didn't tell you I was doing it, so I'm sorry.
No, you told me.
Oh, I didn't tell
You didn't tell me, so this is fun.
All right, 3 women missing in Mexico after crossing from Texas last March. Much like Dan's comedy career, these women are presumed dead with only loved ones holding out.
Wow, big shout out to my mom and my girlfriend who are listening right now.
Right.
I'm like so embarrassed. It'll be fine. This will be fine.
No,
That was
I
great.
love
That
it.
was awesome. Yeah.
I can't. I'm nervous now. All right, here's my favorite one I've written this week, and it's probably stupid. Woman finds husband body while getting Christmas decorations from a closet 8 months after he went missing. She said he was the type that was always trying to spread holiday cheer, which is apparently what's supposed to come out when you autoerotic asphyxiate with Christmas tinsel.
That's a really good one.
Thank you.
That was a good one. I like that one. You said you were proud of some. You should be
It
proud of
paints
that
a
one.
really good picture.
Yeah.
If you're horrible enough.
I
Yes,
hope-
yes.
If we can inspire one person out there to test that.
Spread some Christmas cheer.
I'm Jewish. I
everyone.
don't have any Christmas tinsel, but hey.
There you go. Yeah.
Otherwise, I would take one for the team.
I don't think it's strong enough if it makes anyone feel better. Maybe.
It's supposed to make you feel real good. No.
All right. The season finale of The Last of Us set series viewing records despite going against the Oscars Sunday. And it was a dilemma for viewers. Do you watch the continuation of a horror story where people who have rotted into mindless husks do nothing but eat and spew poison into the air? Or do you catch the final episode of The Last of Us?
Yeah.
I told you you'd see that joke from
Little
space.
telegraphed. But yeah, I still liked it.
But still satisfying to hear nonetheless. Yeah.
Were you and Dan fans of that, by the way?
I haven't watched it.
See, too bloody.
If it's too
Not-
emotional, I can't do
Oh.
like
Oh, this
dead-
one's very
This-
emotional.
sad.
Yeah.
It's like it's like your weekly gut punch.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
don't want that in
Yeah.
my life.
Oh.
They'll make people fall in love just to immediately like murder them.
Do you want to let's?
Yeah, okay. Whale with serious spine contortion discovered off coast of Spain. What's fascinating is that the dead disfigured whale still has more matches on Tinder than Dave has ever had. You didn't laugh at it.
No, I was technically true.
Have you never been on Tinder?
No, I don't.
Oh.
He doesn't do the apps.
Oh.
Or
No.
dating.
Yeah, or dating in general. Yeah, now. Too many women were by your bedside when you woke up from alcohol poisoning.
Oof.
Yeah.
Learned your lesson.
No. I'm cheating. I would never. Wait, is it my turn or yours?
It is.
Oh.
Yours.
Weight Watchers jumps into the prescription weight loss drug business. Their reasoning behind this? Well, since most of our customers struggle with the directions for the plastic lids on our TV dinners, we figured potentially harmful pharmaceuticals was the logical next step.
I like it. I like it. In Oscar news, this year both Ke-Huy Quan and Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actor awards, marking a historic night for both short rounds and big rounds.
Oh, that's a cute one.
I like
Thanks.
it.
Yeah. Okay. A UK leader was in trouble after letting their pet roam free in a park. Coincidentally, Dan is not allowed to roam free in parks either.
Can thank the judge for that one.
No. Oh, man. Newsom to shut down Walgreens. Newsom to shut Walgreens out of California state business following abortion pill decisions. Upon hearing the news, Walgreens officials came out and said, "That's fine. No one in this fucking state knows how to pronounce our name anyway."
And I'm one of them. I to this.
I did hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
did you call it?
I called it Walgreens because I've never
Walgreens.
actually heard the word, and I guess I would edit an E out when I would look at it. I just assumed it was owned by like a family named like the Walgreens. I
Like
don't
a
know.
fancy rich family. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. But it's Walgreens, as I've learned. I learned something on this podcast.
I mean, yeah, because I I play the jokes back for the roommate when I get home, and that was the hardest part. That's the part that got the biggest laugh. Your pronunciation.
Hey, I aim to please with
let's bring it back.
with my stupidity. Brendan Fraser won Best Actor for The Whale. And good news for everyone who enjoyed watching a depressed, obese man die slowly of preventable causes, because the Weekday Comics has 2 guys like that, and we air every night, Tuesday, live at 8.
Woo!
Boom.
I like it.
Thank
That's
you.
fun.
Got a little roast joke of my own.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did. Okay, I have one more,
Oh, awesome.
and then you guys can do the regular jokes. Okay. Berlin to let everyone swim topless at city's public pools, government says. Jersey local Dave Primiano has been quoted as saying, "Just because we're allowed to doesn't mean we have to. You'll pull this wet white tea off my cold dead body."
The image this paints, I love.
I
Yeah.
stopped being that guy. First of all,
You don't wear the white tea.
I
thought
used to,
nailed
but
you
it's
perfectly.
the
It still shows.
it's the nipple chafing. Fucking-
Oh.
Are you a t-shirt in the pool guy?
I used to be, but like,
Okay.
cause I don't have the greatest figure. Former NBA star Sean Kemp arrested in connection with drive-by shooting incident. If he tries to get out of this by saying he was shooting blanks, he's lying, claimed 27 of Kemp's illegitimate children.
That's good. In other Oscar news, Lady Gaga performed a rendition of the song Hold My Hand in an Oscar moment that made audiences say, "Grab my remote."
This show will not take
Spicy.
Lady Gaga slander.
Sorry.
I don't have any Oscars, because I just do the headlines as they are.
Right.
And Huffington Post is the only one, but I'm not going to read, "This person's outfit was a mood," like all their
It's
fucking
awful.
headlines
Yeah,
say.
it's awful.
It's tough.
U.S. is expected to sell Australia at least 4 nuclear-powered submarines. It may be a little excessive, but now Australia believes it has the aquatic manpower to finally get revenge for what happened to Steve Irwin.
Yeah. All right. Fuck those stingrays. It's time to
Revenge.
get 'em. I
Yeah.
like it. And a Steve Irwin joke that's funny in 2023. I admire that.
I made it topical.
Yeah. The creators of the ChatGPT artificial intelligence bot claims it can beat 90% of people's scores on the SATs. But the AI is not a threat to students because without at least 3 extracurriculars and playing an intramural sport, it is not getting into a good college.
Yeah.
6-year-old boy won't face charges for shooting his teacher. His parents have assured, though, that he will be going to bed without a bedtime story, which turns out as a good punishment because they were only reading him biographies of serial killers. Like, I can judge. That's my entire bookshelf.
That's okay. That's like most people's entire podcast history.
That's true.
Hopefully they're only listening to true crime, real chills, and the
Yeah.
Weekday Comics.
Yes.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
A Czech athlete was cleared of an Olympics doping ban when it was discovered she had gotten dog medicine on her skin. And in her defense, it is very hard to give heroin to a dog.
You're a week late. We could
the
have joked
struggle.
off on that one.
I know.
Oh,
Believe
you
it.
did that one last week?
I thought of your joke first.
I'm s-
But she was going to do a frisbee catch, and I was like, no, that's someone else's joke. Who wrote that joke? And then I had to remember that it was you here last week.
so glad to be amused.
Yeah.
GOP representative Lauren Boebert announces she will become a grandmother at age 36. Unfortunately for her, this means that her gun is going to get all sticky when all the Werthers in her purse melt.
Say another one. We were so close to joke offs. I couldn't figure out one on that. That didn't sound moralizing. Though Senate Majority Leader, let me try that again. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was hospitalized after falling down a flight of stairs in public, marking a sad day in U.S. history as no one had their cell phone out to put it on TikTok.
Nice.
Love it. Can you imagine the edits for that?
I-
I
li-
want it.
Listen,
I want it so
I'm
bad.
so
They'd be like Mario noises as he hits like each like
yeah,
floor.
there'd be like a turtle noise.
I thought about going with like
Every
this
time
stuck
you
on
fell.
this shell, like
Yeah, yeah,
and he's
yeah,
just kicking and couldn't.
Someone would put like Michelangelo shell on his back or
Just the
something.
Franklin
Yeah.
theme song. Oh, that'd be so fun. Damn.
Oh, man. A bill to ban child marriage in West Virginia defeated by Republicans. Yep. To avoid any confusion later on down the line, though, neighboring Virginia has changed its slogan to Virginia is for lovers, but none of that gross shit.
I like it.
I would wear a shirt that said that.
Oh,
But none of that gross.
Neil,
gross shit.
get on it. We need to start selling T-shirts for this
Yeah,
show.
there we go. Weekday Comics. None of that gross shit. Merch. An Air Force pilot became the first woman to fly a supersonic jet while visibly pregnant. This comes after last year's accomplishment when Tom Cruise became the first postmenopausal woman to fly a jet.
Dang.
That can't be advised.
Yeah, I didn't think I thought of like a squish joke or some kind of G-force joke, but it all turned out just to be weird. So
Yeah. Bill Walton facing backlash for deplorable and inexcusable use of derogatory term against dwarves. As a form of damage control, the NBA has declared that you can now be eligible to play in their league even if you're 3 dwarves stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Where's Muggsy to respond to that anyway?
On Spud Webb's shoulders.
Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally was caught liking and commenting on Instagram photos of a male model self-described as a gay hoe who gives head for weed. In his defense, Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally heard that description and assumed the account was Senator Lindsey Graham. I do have a two-parter on this joke.
Go nuts.
Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally will not resign. He said he will not stop using social media, but as a bipartisan concession to his critics, he will masturbate before logging into official accounts.
I like the way you scratch it after.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Check.
And I'm done with this
satisfying.
one. Yeah.
Fucking pen drop.
It's funny because in my mind I'm doing the my cousin Vinny when he's dismissing. I'm like, I'm done with this guy. I like getting rid of him.
I used to do that at open mics, and people would be like, "What is going on with this list?" And I'm like, "A lot of closure."
You're fucking out.
Yeah.
All right, here's the least amount of effort I put into any of them this week. Virginia judge uses slavery-era law to argue human embryos can be considered property. He did have to point out, though, that they make terrible workers.
Wow. Okay. I like it. I like it. Wow.
It's true. Yeah.
Don't do it in a Seinfeld voice. That makes it
What's
worse.
the deal with these embryos?
These fetuses don't work hard enough.
Why can't they harry a rake?
Although, actually, like alt-right Jerry Seinfeld's a good character.
That
You
is
should think
actually
about it.
hilarious.
Are we sure he isn't? No.
Yeah, right? I mean, I don't know. He's happy about that child marriage ban. That's what I'm calling him. All right. Ohio police were forced to kill a zebra with a shotgun after it bit a man's arm almost completely off. Or, as police in Ohio refer to it, Monday.
They do have it rough out there right now.
It's
Jesus
pretty
Christ.
fucked up. Yeah, my first thought was like, does this have anything to do with the
that was a-
derailment? Is it
Yeah.
making
That
zebras
was a horse
go crazy?
before the derailment.
Also, have you guys seen the movie Zombievers?
No, Zombieverse.
It's called Zombievers.
Oh, with Bill
Zombievers.
Burr's like in
Yes,
the beginning.
I have
Bill
seen
Burr's in
that.
it.
Yes.
I haven't
It's a
seen it,
great
but I know
movie.
he's
Yes.
in
It has like a Frank Sinatra song. Zombiever, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Anyway, great movie.
It is a good
Recommended.
one.
Hard recommend.
It's not Korean, though. Where were we? Wisconsin woman claims she saw dark, shadowy figure when she stabbed ex-boyfriend 19 times. She did admit she eventually did figure it out around 15 stabs, but did... Fuck! Let me start over. Wisconsin woman claims she saw dark, shadowy figure when she stabbed ex-boyfriend 19 times. She did admit that she eventually did figure it out around 15 stabs, but he did forget to put the lid back on the peanut butter last week.
Yeah, I don't get it. That'll get you stabbed.
That'll do it, yeah.
I thought you said, I don't get it.
Oh no, I get it. I get it. Unfortunately, Lindsay Lohan has announced that she's pregnant.
Woo.
But it was just to get on a commercial flight with a brick of hash pushed down her blouse.
Leave Lindsay
What
alone.
a fun Lindsay hijinks.
Leave Lindsay alone.
Classic Lohan.
I quote
Classic
Mean Girls
Lindsay.
all the
Trickery.
time.
Yeah, it's good.
I can't say boo anymore without going, you whore.
To be fair, you struggle with calling people a whore in a lot of situations.
It rolls off the tongue. Okay. Dad uses Dad uses antler to kill sex offender he claims stalked daughter. While some may say he was a bit excessive here, he did raise a few good points.
Okay, buddy, I'm doing a joke.
You got a pun?
I do, and it's coming up.
I did like that
It's
one.
not a joke off, but it's a pun off here. Pope John Paul II covered up sexual abuse when he was a cardinal in Poland, a new report reveals, which is shocking because that guy was a saint.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's right. That was a child molestation pun there.
was a
That's
child
what you get from the Weekday comics.
And mine was about a child molester.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So it was a joke off. in
Yeah,
a
it was
way.
kind of, yeah.
Speaking of the religiouses, Rainn Wilson calls out anti-Christian bias in Hollywood after Last of Us episode. Creators of the show came out in defense of their product, stating, "Hey, come on, that last episode only had one of those mindless creatures incapable of rational thought."
Hey, there we go.
no.
It's like kind of the same thing there. It was good. Our minds were in the
Damn.
same spot.
You got
Oh, that's good. NASA is monitoring an asteroid that could collide with the Earth on Valentine's Day 2046. NASA is asking all citizens to join together to prevent this by setting your distance on Tinder to 167 million miles.
Damn it! I looked at that story for a while too, but I just couldn't help but celebrate. Biden asked Carter. Biden says Carter asked him to deliver his eulogy. Carter's rationale for this is that he figured if Biden kept talking, no one would accidentally bury him too.
Yeah, it was good. Police will not be charging the 6-year-old who shot his teacher at school, though officials say they will allow the child to get a teardrop tattoo.
You fucked up. We had a joke off.
That was a joke off. He did the joke earlier. It's fine. It's okay.
Wait, we have a
Dang.
joke off?
I did
Yeah,
that.
he,
I did
he
the
did that
story.
joke earlier.
Like,
You must have not remember that you wrote it because that was
You did that joke earlier? I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was that joke? I don't remember.
the one
Okay.
about the,
The
bedtime
6-year-old.
story with the biographies
Oh,
of serial
yeah.
killers.
That's the same story. Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize. Yeah, you're
Which
right.
is good because I don't like conflict. I don't want to choose.
No, you
No,
have
you
to.
have to.
It was,
Yeah.
You
have
should
to.
dock him
Don't
points.
make
You should
me.
dock him points
I
for
should
ruining
I should.
ruining the fucking intensity that is the joke off.
I'm gonna give it to Dan.
Oh, yes. I'm
This is
raking them
fucking
in.
bullshit.
I just-
2 weeks in a row.
I
2
wanted
weeks in
to
a row,
piss
you've gotten
Dave
the.
off.
Yeah, I was going to say the
I didn't-
toss up has gone to me. Both
fucking-
times.
I
Dan got
disagree with
joked
both of them.
That's okay. I disagree with this one. I should be fairly docked points.
Fuck, that puts you
There are
up
so
two,
many.
I think.
Look, the problem is there are so many moms
matters?
killing their kids. I just assumed it was a different story that you were talking about. Remember, I had the one where the mom stabbed her kid last week. Moms are killing too many kids.
Yeah, but there's only one teacher getting shot by a 6-year-old.
Are we sure
At the
it is
moment.
America?
Wait,
Yeah.
there was a 5-year-old that brought a loaded hand, but I don't think he.
He didn't shoot anybody. A
They're not that
3-year-old.
cool. Like,
A 3-year-old shot a 6-year-old shot a 3-year-old this week.
'Cause
That
I-
was the story.
I have a
of that.
6-year-old niece, and I can't imagine her fucking being able, coordinated enough to do that shit.
Yeah.
So, good on this kid for that, I
Kid's a
guess.
killer.
but,
We got a young Rittenhouse.
All right, I'm on my last one.
Me too.
I wrote this one right before I left, but Masatoshi Ito, Japanese billionaire behind the rise of 7-Eleven, dies at 98. There's no rush to have a funeral, though, as 7-Eleven's policy has always been to keep things on the rollers well after they expire.
I love it. I love it. That's a good one. Berlin plans to let all citizens go topless at public pools in a move for free expression and public health, as Germany will not shit in the pool if there's a perfectly good chest nearby.
Fuck, I want to vote for neither of you.
That's okay. I did write it about you, so.
That's true.
Yeah, that one I resisted
since-
because I wasn't sure.
I do
We're
like-
not
yeah.
joking off.
We're
I
not
have
joking
no
off.
struggle to be better than you. I have no
do like when
rivalry
things
there.
are about me, so I'll vote
Wow,
for
Dan.
Meg.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I can't, because you're fucking great. That's why.
Yeah, Meg gets a guest win.
Yeah,
Woo!
Meg gets the
yeah,
guest win.
swing.
Yeah.
It counts.
And also,
I
it was
only
better
really-
because it was about Dave.
Yeah, I only really listen for my name half the time.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm
didn't
even
even
like
laugh
looking
at
at
that
you
joke.
guys is because my name is directly behind me.
Nice. Understood.
I let it swirl around. I
You were like,
I let it wash over me.
do you like the impression? I was like so stoked to do an impression of you, and you guys didn't even appreciate it.
Well, that's
I-
okay. I'm just
I
sick of him.
did.
So.
Next time.
I
Next
did
time.
appreciate it.
That's okay.
I'm not good at expressing
I'll
myself.
work on
That
it.
is
I'll
true.
work
I
on it.
treated the impression like Dave, so I didn't appreciate it on purpose. That's what I did.
Fair. It wasn't good.
So what do you got coming up?
There we go.
Oh yeah, I
Perfect
should have had
transition.
that ready. Oh, when does this come? Is this?
This is live.
We-
Basically-
It is literally
Yeah, this is
happening.
live right
I keep
now.
forgetting
It's all
live
good.
streaming.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day in Ambler. I have my show, The Lab.
Oh, cool.
It's gonna
That's
be
so much fun.
Really freaking fun. Tickets are going really fast. It's been doing ever since New Year's. I feel like all the shows I've been on have been doing really well, which is cool.
Yeah, you had me
Sweet.
on that, and
Maybe-
it was great. It was packed wall to wall. The
Do you want to
audience
share
was awesome.
secrets with anybody? That
Secrets. Oh.
Nice.
Have it in a cute little quaint town of people,
is that.
an hour away from
Wait,
Philly,
Ambler,
so you
where I
have to
fucking
drive.
did a show for you before. Yeah. right?
Didn't you? You haven't been on my show
I've
yet?
been on Ambler. Wait, which?
The lab.
You've had to have been on.
What's is it? Is there a special? Is it just comedy or is there?
It's just a stand-up show. Maybe not.
How boring for you? No,
It's still fun.
obviously. Ambler. Wait, was that like?
The venue's called The Lab. If it's not like coming to you, I might not have had you. Which
It's like a
is
little black box room.
really
It's really
surprising.
cool. Yeah.
We'll get you on soon for sure.
Looking forward to
Hell
it.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's super fun. I only book like 4 comics so they can do a lot of time, and I try to convince them to go out and drink with me after. So
She
You're
goes.
one
So
of the
she
few-
skipped my
yeah,
show, so I don't know that part.
You're one of the
You
few
had a show
comics
with
I'll
me.
drink with.
Yeah.
did I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't
just
there
Danny
for your
was
show.
running
It
that
was
one,
Dan.
yeah.
Can I crash at your family's place again?
Yeah, we all crash at Dan's parents because his parents are from Ambler, so we take like a 5-minute Uber or something.
But that lady that thinks you have a 15-inch dick will be there. That's the
She
only
will.
caveat.
I've invited her. She's
Well-
a big Irish St. Patrick's Day fan.
Maybe, yeah.
Wait, she likes the Irish and 15-inch dicks. Something doesn't add up here.
Nice.
Thanks.
So, all right, so you got the Ambler show. I'm sure you could say where the podcast
Oh
is-
yeah,
can
check
be
me
found.
out. If you're into the paranormal stuff, check out Real Chills Podcast. We have an Instagram at Real Chills Podcast. If you have spooky stories, definitely DM me. And yeah, you can also follow me at Meg Goetz Money. Goetz is spelled Goetz, like my last name, and I'm always posting my shows and things that I'm doing.
And the
there.
guy that she's not married to. No.
Yeah.
has the same last name.
yeah.
Do you have time for this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Of course, we have. For this,
could
we
never-
have time because
Because I tell everyone that you're cousins. Just
Well, that explains why someone introduced us as brother and sister at a mic.
Oh my
just for
gosh.
There's a
goofs.
lot of
I
confusion.
Because I did a show with you, and you, yeah, I'm Meg Goetz. Oh, you're married? No. Oh, your brother and sister? No. And I'm just snickering off to the side. It's
No,
always
none of
amusing to
it.
me.
We're none of it, and we're not related. My dad was adopted, so Goetz is an adoptive name. There's no.
So you
like,
could
If-
be, yeah.
yeah,
if
we
you're
were-
adopted, the world's your oyster.
Dave and I were speculating if you and Dan finally tie the knot and get married, will you become Meg Goetz Goetz?
a lot of people ask that. I'm not changing shit.
Yeah,
if we
good
get
for you.
married. Yeah.
Good for you.
It's one letter. You're gonna make me do all that paperwork for one letter? Not
Right.
a chance. in the
Yeah,
world.
because like sonically, it's the same
it's
name.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do we have a date for this yet?
Get Dan on the podcast and ask him.
Yeah, we should, and then they have to invite us both.
I-
as
I-
podcast
if you make it
partners.
happen,
made-
I'll
I
invite
Dave
made
is a
bets
plus
in my
one.
head.
Dave and Dan will be our plus
I made
ones.
bets in my head, and I keep getting the under.
Do you know something?
No, I. If
Yeah,
I
I
knew,
wish we
if
could
I
break
knew-
that.
First of all,
Anytime
if
someone
I
asks,
if
I'm
I
like,
knew,
what
I'd
do you
keep my
know?
mouth shut. My guess was the album release party.
Oh, that would have been really
Oh
cute.
yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I had another show for that.
You would be the guy that would try to break someone else's proposal on our podcast.
Well, it already happened. You have an album too. Talk about your tell.
Oh yeah, I
people
do
how
have my
to-
album, and he does get mad at me for not promoting it. It's called One Last Rad Thing. You can catch it on Spotify, iTunes, all of the.
It's
good stuff.
awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Thank
if you like
you.
stand-up
You
comedy,
You could
it is
probably
such
hear
a
my
good
cackle
special.
in there.
Yeah, yeah, it was a fun night. That's another one of those like rowdy nights that were really fun. Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been a perfect night to propose.
yeah, he fucked up. It's
I
too
mean,
late
because
now.
before that you were preparing for a special. You didn't have time to prepare for a special and a wedding.
plan a
Right.
But yeah,
wedding.
once that fucking thing's lifted off your back, just throw another fucking rock on there. Right?
Before I get too comfortable, yeah. Now
Yeah.
I'm really comfortable.
Boy.
And maybe he'll never do it.
He's gonna
dropped the
fucking hate
ball.
me after
Yeah.
this one.
How about we rank missed chances to propose?
Please have me on. I definitely have a list. Oh my god.
Whose side would
Okay.
I would, and I'd, would I be a groomsman or a bridesmaid?
Oh, you.
You'd look great in the dress.
Yeah. I'd have to fight Dan for you. I think we'll see.
Sweet.
I would also watch that.
Yeah. Now I got more things to bet on.
Well, this was great. Thank you so much for coming
Oh,
on. You'll
my
have to come
gosh.
back sometime soon,
yeah,
and
this
also
was
have us
fun.
on your podcast. No, just
I don't.
I'd
no,
love
I'm
to
just
have you
teasing.
back
I would
if you
actually,
got other-
sincerely, because I have new ghost stories,
Hell yeah.
and I would love to talk to you about
Dude,
them. so.
awesome.
I'll
That'd
keep
be
finding
fun.
friends. I send people your way though.
Do you? Oh,
I sent you my
that was
one friend since I
great.
was 5.
That was
yeah.
a great episode. Their what was it? Their father.
Their dad. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
passed. Yeah.
He like had like Area 51 experience. Basically. It was a
Oh,
really cool.
okay.
episode,
It was
yeah.
my friend that was on Jeopardy. That's
Oh, cool.
and
They rock. Yeah.
well, I have
What
a higher.
is a good podcast?
I have a
guys?
higher Jeopardy earning than him. That's let's say that he ended with negative 2,700.
Oh,
I would have ended with much more. I'm bad at Jeopardy.
Well,
Once I got down, I would just become reckless.
you could
and
see
then-
him
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
because you could see him like just losing the draw. So he got frustrated. Then at the end, he was just hitting it before he knew the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, because
That's how
he
Ken
knew
Jennings
it.
won. He
Yeah.
was just buzzing in before he knew the answer and winging it, and the guy's just an autist, I guess. I
He
don't know,
yeah
but
he hit his final score well by inviting us all out to a bar to watch it.
Hilarious. That I like him already.
No,
Hilarious.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
To
What
be
do
like,
you-
this is still cool.
What shows you got? What do you got?
This weekend I have my show at the Animated Brewing. It's actually on Thursday, but
That's
this
a fun
count.
show
it is
too.
fun. Yeah, you and Danny both did it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And so it is in Parksburg at the Animated Brew Company. Great lineup. We've got Jim Gillespie headlining.
Nice.
Nice.
Jared McHale from Lancaster, great comic, and
love
Robbie Stant will be dropping in for an announced guest spot. And Brendan Smith, if you remember Brendan, our lovely
He's the
friend
speech
from-
impediment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't
Yes.
know
Yeah.
that
You know
name.
him. He's hilarious. He's
a great writer.
He's he's been in comedy for about 2 years.
Yeah.
Very funny guy. He just a really, really dark but smart writer.
Good sense of humor about his speech impediment,
Yes.
though, which means we can get along.
I roasted the fuck out of him in a
Oh.
roast about it, and he laughed harder than anyone else, which
He
is
tried,
important.
yeah, he tried to make because we were at a show and the waitress dropped a salad on my lap, so he fucking had to make fun of me. So I went
is
right back after the
hilarious.
speech
That's
impediment.
right. Hell yeah. You make fun of it and a joke, you're open season on it, the way I see it.
It's true.
But no, it's going to be a great show. And then, well, no, I guess next weekend I got some good shows, but we'll plug that next week. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, keep them fresh.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Dave? We got-
Tomorrow, the curse that is Iron Comic continues.
Oh, wow.
You're too good for
I'm
your
too
own
good.
laziness.
I'm going against Will Gardner. So if the topic is Star Wars, I'm fucked. I've already asked our friend Gretchen to be my
Gretchen
Sue
Dietz?
comic. There's
Very-
no other ones. I
Yeah,
don't think.
that's true. Yeah, is there any other
Yeah.
Gretchen? Yeah,
So
she's great.
if I lose, I can blame it on women comics. Joshin.
I was like rolling through the Rolodex of mean things to say to you, and I was like, no, it's fine.
Hey. No, wait, one more question.
Yes.
Do women
Here
women
we
have the
go.
same
Let's cancel them. What is
Yeah,
it?
no. Do you
I
have
can
like
cry on command.
because there's like a guy, we have like the ego thing going. So when say someone
Do you
posts
agree with everything he said?
That he has the ego thing going? Yes, I do. 100%
Okay, okay,
believe
okay.
I meant to
let's go,
because
let's go.
say someone, we won't say names, posts something about women comics, like all of you, like aside from 5 of you, all of you stink.
Yeah.
When you read something like that, do you think, well, first, well, that's just a horrible thing to say, but then you go, but I think I'm pretty secure in my
And
spot in
being
the five.
the five, yeah.
I think when that happened, I was like, oh, that's annoying. But then I also thought, until they're booking late night shows, I don't care what their ranking is. That was always my thought. I love this person. Like, they're very funny and cool.
But a part of
But
you
that was my opinion.
did a part of you think I'm pretty secure with my
I didn't
spot
want
in
to
the
be
five?
like isolated. Like, God forbid he said that list to like other women, and I was on it, and then.
That's fair.
Is it an actual list? I
No.
thought it was
I
a
don't know. I don't think
rhetorical.
so.
Yeah, I thought it was like a hypothetical
I don't think
thing.
there
I haven't
was
seen
a
any of
list.
the
Yeah.
group chats.
Because if I had heard that was.
Oh, let's do some Patreon content. Show me these.
Yeah.
Group
First of all-
Although you don't want to
chats.
tell Dave that there is a list of anything, because if he can't find it,
Yeah.
he'll just make it. So,
I don't. It's not. First of all, if I'm not part of it, it's an unsanctioned ranking. But
Yeah.
but I'm joking. Meg's great. Gretchen's
Yes.
great. More than five. Three. More
Rank
than
us
more
now.
than more
No,
than
just
three
kidding.
other women comics are great. Although mathematically speaking, if 5 of all of the women comics were good, that would pretty much be the same ratio of good guy comics to the whole.
yes.
See, if he had
Right.
said both of them, I would have been like, fair. You know,
I'm saying there's a lot more. There's a lot more
guys.
guy comics, so the ratio of funny guy comics,
Right.
if it were
You're
only.
getting. Neil's
You
been moving
understand
his
what
head
I'm
a lot.
saying?
I hear you.
You're saying
There's
if
less
there's
women in comedy, so there's less to
Right.
compare versus
Saying,
men.
yeah,
if there's 5
ratio-wise-
men for every 1 woman in comedy, you're just naturally the net's going to catch more. But I don't think, I don't know. I think if you do a ranking of like truly funny people, like truly funny people, you're going to get an equal. Like if you could get like,
Or somewhat equal.
yes, somewhat equal. I think like unbiased, you would get a mixture of women.
I also
and
think
men.
the exciting thing is that
Boy, we almost
more and
almost
more-
made it to the end of the. No,
Without
I-
saying
don't let
anything
the woman
objectionable.
speak. It's no, I'm just kidding.
Well, if you'd let me get to that,
One good point.
the floor is yours.
Yes, please, Meg.
I don't want to talk. No, I'm just kidding. That's what I do to Dan when we fight. No,
We
I don't want
broke
to say
her.
it anymore.
Yeah.
No. I think the exciting thing is there's so many more women in the scene now than there were at that time. It's a true thing. So
Yeah.
it's cool. It's like, okay, we're catching up in some
Might be up
ways.
to 7.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's get to 10.
Jesus. All right.
Let's get to 10.
Dub Didge.
I could stay here and talk.
You bitch.
I could talk to you for another hour, Meg, but
Yeah,
on
I'm
that bit of
sorry,
misogyny,
yeah.
we should probably.
I thought I said pretty progressive things there.
You were okay.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah,
Probably leave it.
Yeah. I'll believe
Neil, what do you got? You got any shows, things happening?
Yeah, sure. Come over to Myers Brewing Company on March 24th. That's the 4th Friday in March. Tickets are on sale now, $12. You can get them. It's always a fun show. We had it last time. And then, of course, just go to IamNeilWood.com for all the dates and details, or droptent.com for all the other dates and details and stuff we got coming up. And thanks a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Dave Prim on Letterboxd to check out my Korean Netflix rankings.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's all,
cool.
folks.
Well, thanks everybody.
Meg.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks
Thank you,
for-
Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. Cut it. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, there we go. Thanks for listening,
Oh,
everybody.
man, that was a. we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.